Hello everyone, it's Becky here and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to new tag video. It's been a while since I did a tag video, so I'm very excited to do this one, and this one is called 20 Questions Book Tag, which was originally created by Buy the Book on Goodreads, and I was very kindly tagged by Jessie from Jessie the Sleeping Koala, so I highly recommend you to go and check her channel out because she has very lovely personality and also doing very interesting videos about books. So without further ado, I will just tackle the prompts. So the first one says, how many books are too many in a series? If you've been here for a while already, you know that I do not read too much of series, so for me usually standalone books or just one book is the perfect amount, but then I would say if I would read series I would probably say maybe 2 or 3 maximum, but I cannot say because I don't read them very much. How do you feel about cliffhangers? Cliffhangers are actually one of the reasons why I do not read series, because I need book to finish in order to move on emotionally. So yeah, no cliffhangers for me, thank you. Hardcover or paperback? I said a couple times that I really do not mind whether I read paperback or hardback. I do like both for different reasons, but one of them is the paperback hurts less if it falls on you whilst you are falling asleep, which happens to me very often. So I really don't mind both of them. Favorite book? Do you want to guess? I mean, surprise me in the comment what is my favorite book, because if you've been here for a while you already know what my favorite book is because I mentioned it at least 50 times, so yes, surprise me. Least favorite book? I don't think I have least favorite book, but oh yeah, actually I do. You know, I remember mentioning it once before, but it's a book by Roald Dahl, and it's a book that contains several short stories, and one of them is a story about a boy who found himself one day in this place where they slaughter pigs, and suddenly he realized that he is one of them and he got killed. So it was like really bizarre story and I did not enjoy it at all. Okay, love triangles, yay or nay? No, I'm not really person for love triangles in general, I think. Okay, the most recent book you couldn't finish. Okay, so here I have one book which I've been reading and I did not DNF the book because I still do want to finish it, but it's Agatha Christie's book. I know, I'm so sorry, but I really wanted to read some book from Agatha Christie because I never read any of those books, but the one I started to read is actually called, oh gosh, I completely forgot now, never mind, I'll put it here, and this book is set in ancient Egypt, and although I did enjoy how the characters started to develop and how the story went, I just think that I had really different expectations for my first read from Agatha Christie, because I knew obviously who the Hercule Poirot is, and I seen a couple episodes from the series which was filmed and I really enjoyed it, so I think that I did have a specific expectations in with which I went to read Agatha Christie book, and this book, because it was set in ancient Egypt, as I just said, it was very different from what I thought. So I just decided to put this book down for a while, and I really do want to finish it at some point, but first I would really like to read something with Hercule Poirot, I think. So yeah, that's one book which I currently did not finish. A book you are currently reading? Well, I'm reading several books, but the one I will mention again is The Empire of Vampire, which is a fantasy book about vampires, obviously, and I do love it very, very much. So yeah, that one. Last book you recommended to someone? Well, I did several videos recently. One of them, the last one, was my Halloween video where I was also talking about Ghost Girl, for example, which is a young adult book about a girl who died, so it was very interesting. And then also The Empire of Vampire, and I would also say maybe the book recently which I really enjoyed is called How to be Victorian for Victober, which I mentioned in one of my videos as well. So yeah, those books. Newest book you read? Newest book, I don't know if it's by publication date, but I do not follow new releases, so I don't know actually. Oldest book you've read by publication date? Okay, I do love old books in general, so whenever I have a chance to read some old book I do, but I think that one would be one from 1927 called Babička, which I mentioned a couple times before as well, and other than that I cannot recall, but I'm sure that there are some old books because I really do love them. Favorite author? I mean, Alexandra Dumas, both of them, and then Daphne du Maurier, you know. Buying books or borrowing? I really want to say borrowing, but in the same time I would lie because most of the time I just buy books recently, because if I like some book I really want to have it, so I do buy books a lot. A book you dislike that everyone seems to love. I'm not sure about the book, but one thing that comes to my mind right now is the TV show from Netflix called Shadow and Bone, and I know this is also adapted from a book series, and I did not read those books. I don't know what exactly are those about, but when it comes to TV show itself, I know that everyone been obsessed with it and everyone loved it, but not me. I mean, I was watching the first episode with my sister, and I just did not care so much about the characters and what's gonna happen in the story, and then I decided to give it a second chance, so we watched the second episode and then third episode, but after that I was just like, no, that's enough. I could not get into the story, and also I found actors really annoying, so I'm sorry, but so I'm not quite sure about the books. Maybe I would like the books, I don't know, but when it comes to this TV show concretely, Okay, bookmarks or good bookmarks or dog ears. I never done a dog ear. I cannot speak. Bookmarks or dog ears. I never did a dog ear in my books. I always use bookmarks, although those might be weird objects because I don't have many bookmarks, and recently, since I started to read couple books at once, I just use whatever I found lying around, sometimes a clean sheet of toilet paper, but yes, so bookmarks. A book you can always reread. In general, I do not reread books very much because maybe the only one I reread would be Three Musketeers, which I actually read several times, that's true, but I do it mostly for the atmosphere, because when I know once what's gonna happen in the story, I just tend to get bored a little bit. I do not like reread books very much, so it would be Three Musketeers, but other than that I do not reread books very much. Okay, can you read while listening to music? Very, very rarely, because I'm the type of person who, if I study or if I need to focus on something, I really need silence for it, and I really admire people who can study or read or do other stuff while listening to music or something. But I mean, for example, when I was reading Memoirs of Geisha, I made a little cozy corner on the floor, and I put my phone where I had the very peaceful Japanese music playing from YouTube, and it was very lovely, and I was able to read whilst reading the book, but I think that was the only time really when I had something in the background playing. One point of view or multiple point of views? I think I prefer just one, but I don't mind, for example, several timelines in the story, but when it comes to point of views, I really do like just one. Do you read a book in one sitting or over multiple days? I mean multiple weeks. And especially since I started to read more books at once, it really takes me weeks. Like right now I have maybe 4 books which I'm reading, and I cannot wait to finish them, because so far, for example, even in October, I can say that I finished only 2 books, but I've been constantly reading, I've been reading a lot, but I just did not finish all of them because there's just so many of them. So yeah, it takes a couple weeks for me to finish a book. Okay, who do you tag? Okay, so I'm not quite sure who done this tag already, but I would say Michelle Lexi and Shelly Swearingen. I would love to see your answers if you haven't done this tag, so yeah, these 2 lovely ladies, and also you go and check those channels out. I will link them to the description down below, and I think that that's me, and I will slowly wrap up. I hope you did enjoy this video. It's been a while actually since I did a tag video, so yeah, it was lovely, and I still have a couple more on my list which I need to do, so they are slowly coming, but yeah, this was the one to start with. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you with another video very soon. Take care, bye!